Hey guys. So, a little after I made the video last night of me sitting out there on the porch, with the rain and all that, it started to ease up a little bit, and then it started to get a little harder again. But while it was starting to get harder again, Kira got the idea of, I'm gonna run out into the yard. And he goes over to the door of the porch, by the steps, and he's sitting there looking out. And I'm like, Kira, you're not gonna want to do that. I'm telling you right now. And all of a sudden, he just like jolts down. He goes from one side, and he's like, "Oh, it's wet over here." And then he runs over to it, and he's like running all around the yard trying to find a dry spot. He gets all the way down there to where the road is, the little street right there, and realizes that there's a little like thing of water flowing through. And then he tries to go. There's that bush that's right over there by the fence. He tries to go over there. That doesn't work. And so he runs all the way back up, and he walks up and he sits down, and he's, shakes his paws off because they're drenched. And, he's sitting there like, trying to dry himself and all that. And when he's done, he looks at me. I say, Kira, come here. And he just kind of like slowly walks over to me and sits down. I'm like, Kira. And he looks at me, and I pick him up, and I'm holding him like that, and obviously under his arm, so he's like kind of like this. I'm holding him like, Kira, what have we learned today? And he's looking at me. I said, Kira, what have we learned today? And I said, when Grandpa tells you that you're not going to want to do something, it's because Grandpa knows what's going to happen. I said, I hope you learned a lesson today that when Grandpa says something, you should listen to him. But like when I'm talking, it's like he was looking at me at first, and then he's just kind of like, he's ashamed. I was like, Kira, I tell you this because I know, okay? Grandpa is, when he says something, he knows what he's talking about. When I say you're not going to want to go into the yard right now, that's because you're not going to want to go into the yard right now. But the look of shame on his face when I was like, what did we learn? He's a good cat though. He's hilarious. Um, yeah, last night it rained for a while. I think I was out there. What time did I go to bed? Uh, I don't remember what time I went to bed, but it was pretty late that it was raining. It was still raining when I came inside. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna sit here out here all night. Um, and then I go out in the morning, and you can see, because even though the like if when you saw the backyard, it floods. It does flow out into the street, and when you look on the ground, you see the dirt, and it shows signs that water has been flowing through it. So, despite the fact that it doesn't look like it's a hill, we are kind of on a hill. So all of it kind of just flows nicely into the street, and then I think if I remember, there's the down there. But yeah, you can go out, you can see like uh dirt, from where the water was like flowing into each other and pushing the dirt up. It was really cool, like really cool looking design going through. Um, Kira, what have we learned? He's a silly cat. He really is. He's the one who will like he'll come over and like roll on the ground to get my attention. Whereas like Roxas or um, Zelda will just like jump up with me. Keiko and Kira kind of just Kira will roll around on his back, and Keiko will just kind of sit in front of me. But it's like I said with the other two, like Midna, she's gotten so much better. Like I went out there before because I went to Dollar General, and her and Mama were coming from across the street, and she saw me. I was like, "Come on, Midna." So she's walking across the street, and she stops, and I walk over to her, and she just like, woo, onto the ground, so that way I can rub her belly. And then I started rubbing. It's like, no, Grandpa, don't rub the belly. But yeah, she does that all the time now. She'll see me, and if she's standing up all the way, she'll like flop down to the ground. So she's a good girl. But it's supposed to rain again today. Uh, I'm not too worried about that. Let's see here. Like a 100% chance, I think. No, 98% chance. When's it actually supposed to start? Uh, Actually could start right now, 62%. So, start anytime, really. The highest, what about 5 o'clock? And then through tomorrow, pretty much. Yeah, so probably like early tomorrow. But let's see, where is it? Tomorrow night, 55 degrees. That's nice. 56, 57. That window can stay open. That's nice. But then it gets back up to like the 60s and all that. No bueno. Uh, There's where we are. Yeah, we got all that rain coming. Or maybe not. Yeah, it looks like it's going that way. But we're just getting little bits of it. Interesting. But they kept those cats though. But yeah, I was off today because the machine being fixed finally. So oh well, it's just a day off for me. And then I've got another 3-day weekend next week, the Labor Day. So 2 weekends or 2 3-day weekends in a row. So pretty nice. But yeah, just wish it wasn't so hot. I mean, we're great. We're getting into September, but September it's like all freaking 90 degrees. I'm sure even October will be like 90 degrees. Like here, we don't get cool until like December. So anyway, yeah, I just need to learn how to listen to Grandpa. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later.